So let me see if I get this right. If you wear the wrong Halloween costume, you can be targeted for prosecution. But if you're a guy and you dress up as a chick and you writhe in my child's face, that's okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
How do we distinguish between what's prohibited and what's permitted?
Hey guys, show 8-year-olds twerking with men with erections behind them.
No, come on.
No. This is public, and the media said, "Hey, kids like kink too." Major media praised this right here. That's an 8-year-old boy, and then watch this guy with the erection comes over behind him.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
This is liberal.
I mean, I don't know where have a little boy out here twerking, and he only has on shorts, and he's grown men.
And by the way, a bunch of newspapers said this is good.
Good for what?
So, Will Johnson's here with us, riding shotgun, telling you what's coming up on his show with Tom Pappert, Firepower, 7 o'clock Central here at band.video, mp4.com, on the radio and TV satellites for fine stations out there to pick it up. A lot of them are. And, of course, one of my great counselors is here as well, famous lawyer Norm Pattis. We're going to finish up with these 5 or 6 calls, Eric, John, ex-Dallas, Jack, and Brian, before we end this transmission. But here's a little bit of a large man with a reddish blonde wig charging around in front of men, women, and children trying to stop their free speech, getting arrested in Austin last night. Here it is.
Black trans lives matter. Black trans lives matter. Trans women matter. Black trans women matter. Black trans women matter.
I think that guy's bigger than all 3 police combined. So Will Johnson's here to tell us exactly where this was and what happened. I mean, this is happening everywhere, where now that's coming in the schools, not just the libraries, where these men come. We played the clips. They say, we're going to groom your children. You're not going to stop us. Now there's video on Infowars.com of where they spread their legs with no underwear on in front of the children, and the liberals all clap, and it's a lot of fun to introduce your children to these nice people that really want to get close to your children. So, again, Will Johnson, thanks for popping in with us. What in the hell's going on? What happened here?
So I went to this event yesterday thinking that we're just going to get some good information about how they're trying to prevent the school district or these liberals from teaching children about homosexual sex. You know, that's what I was going there to cover. And they were going to have...
Shouldn't be teaching them about sex, period.
Yeah, I mean, it should be up
if somebody
to the
walks up to your kid in a park and wants to talk to them about sex, we call them a pedo.
Yeah, exactly. But it should be up to the parents to teach them about sex and, you know, how the parents want to go along. But what they're wanting to do, indoctrinate the children that homosexuality acts are something that everyone should be embracing. So I was at this event thinking that, hey, this is just going to be information. We're going to get information, and I'm going to be able to relate it to everyone so they can see that we have people in Austin, Texas trying to prevent this perversion from taking over the school district. Well, as a result, we got people to show up that start acting crazy because they didn't want people to have their voices heard. Not only were they censoring their freedom of speech, they want to make sure that no one can hear their message.
And you talk about the bottom of the barrel zombies, and I'm not disagreeing with you, but when we say that the homosexual sex, quite honestly, the quote gay people you don't see down there, you know, they're like running companies and stuff or whatever. This is worse. This is pedos wanting access, and then pedo camp followers on the left that believe it's cool. I mean, we could play the clips where they say we're grooming your children, and these very groups, a lot of them are convicted pedophiles.
Yeah, you know, I'm thinking that who's going to protest against protecting children? That's what I'm thinking. Who's going to protest against protecting children? But here it is.
And the school's going to teach the kids that they're really another gender so they can take them away from the parents and chop the huevos off.
Exactly. So they have videos, pictures, documentation on how to actually have the anal sex. So they're teaching little boys how to get with other little boys and how to have.
And if people don't believe that,
they don't believe it.
Serious?
Yeah. Boy Scouts of America is going bankrupt because 3 years ago at the Jamboree, they hand out even to 7-year-olds condoms. And then the pedophiles just rape them en masse at the Boy Scouts of America.
They did the same thing in California. So I'm living in California thinking I moved to Texas. And, okay, I'm going to be away from all of that. I don't have to worry about the children. But here it is in Austin, Texas. They just passed it yesterday. It says Texas school district mandates teaching kids how to have anal sex.
And California just passed this.
Yes, California had already done it a while ago.
And they're saying parents can't opt out.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say that. You beat me to it. Parents can't opt out on providing
Now, let's be clear. We're talking about elementary students. I mean, remember Jocelyn Elders, when she was Surgeon General, she said, reach down and touch them, help them masturbate. That's her voice. And so this is an old, creepy woman wants to put her hands on your daughters and your sons' private parts. But it's okay because they're liberal.
Yeah, so yesterday when we were at the event, the LGBTQ plus P community showed up and want to...
Oh, the P showed up.
Oh, the P, yeah. It was primarily the P.
I guess I don't get out enough. What's the P stand
The
for?
pedophile.
Oh, okay,
well, yeah, originally it came out as pedophile, but then they changed it to pansexual because a lot of people
they put the P on.
arguing it. Yeah, so they changed it to pansexual because it was too evasive, right? It was too much in our face, right there. Pansexual. So now they changed it to pansexual.
And then you've got a 50-minute report at band.video and at your site, firepowernews.com.
Yes.
Let's get Norm's take on this, then I want to take some calls.
I'm speechless. I mean, I'm speechless.
You mean to show you photos of men with no clothes on in Austin with small children in public?
Sure.
Start rolling it.
We're going to teach children how to have anal sex in school.
Yes. First graders.
No. That you can't be serious.
That's pedophilia.
This is the world.
These people mean business, bro.
Yeah, this is the world we live in.
In first grade, we're going to teach people about...
Well, they got to confuse them early on. Mainly in England, half the autistic kids are caught by the pedophile network.
You have seen this regulation with your own eyes?
KXAN.
I'm sorry, Alex. I'm not calling you a liar.
ABC News, put it up.
They've already done it in California. Now it's here in Texas, of all places. And you know what?
Hey, guys, start rolling Rob News report without audio. And again, viewer discretion advised. This is what is going on in Austin with small children. Start rolling news report we played in the first hour, guys. Go ahead.
Okay, so the main reason why they're doing it, they're giving an excuse like this.
By the way, those guys on screen say we're here to groom your children. They're ours. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. They're saying they want to indoctrinate
This is in elementary schools, right here on screen.
So the children will be safe. That's how they're saying it.
Safe from what?
So they will be safe. That's exactly how they're pushing. You have to.
Now watch, they start spreading their legs in front of little kids right here. You think I'm joking? I know. It's when somebody first sees this, they can't believe it. This guy says we're grooming your children. You can't stop us.
Yeah.
And he goes and does that, and he spreads his legs for little kids. Now you're going to see children riding men with erect genitals through their pants in a moment. And then you're going to see men naked except glitter is on their genitals hugging little children.
And this is becoming the norm, which is really insane.
And then you want us to show the new thing that's on national TV? HBO is teaching how to have sex with earthworms.
You're not messing with me, are you?
No, I'm not joking. Keep going.
This is the world we live in.
Man.
This is the world.
Why are you against sex with earthworms?
I guess I'm just not species sensitive enough. Call me a speciesist,
Well, yeah, you're very bigoted of you. Well, no, the guy actually said they're raping them, but they say it's okay. You see that?
So disgusting.
Now we're blurring this for people right now.
This is in an elementary school?
Yeah, and libraries
and public libraries, and then parents are taking their children so they.
And in some cases, they don't tell the parents.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that poor kid. No wonder she looks confused.
Now watch this, spreading their legs to them. This is the spreading the legs part.
And then they have the kids clapping to them. And some videos, they show even the kids taking and putting money.
So let me see if I get this right. If you wear the wrong Halloween costume, you can be targeted for prosecution. But if you're a guy and you dress up as a chick and you writhe in my child's face, that's okay?
Yeah. Yeah, in today's
how do we distinguish between what's prohibited and what's permitted?
Hey, guys, show 8-year-olds twerking with men with erections behind them.
No, come on.
No. This is public. And the media said, hey, kids like kink, too. Major media praised this right here. That's an 8-year-old boy. And then watch this guy with the erection comes over behind him.
This is terrible. This is terrible.
This is liberal.
I don't know where have a little boy out here twerking, and he only has on shorts, and he's grown men.
And by the way, a bunch of newspapers said this is good.
Good for what?
Well, because they're
It said headline, kids like kink too.
Look, I mean, we're all here because of sex. We're all, if sex is a sin, we're all circumstantial evidence of other people's crimes.
But children aren't supposed to be involved in it till they're older because they're not even thinking about it.
That's exactly right. My kids are all grown. I guess I should be thankful. I should be worried about my grandchildren. You go to school, I don't want you coming home.
Well, that's why we're showing this. We're going to come back with calls, I promise. But I wanted to cover this. I promise. X, Jake, Brian, Eric, John, I'm getting to you. I will get to all 5 of those callers. But we're not playing a game. If you're a radio listener, you're lucky you didn't have to see this. But remember, while you're busy about your life, they want your children. They're hunting your children. Now it's easier than ever to have band.video on your iPhone. Simply go to band.video with your Safari browser. Then you click the share button at the bottom of the screen. When the menu comes up, you simply click Add to Home Screen. It will then ask you to name the app. I suggest band.video. You will now have band.video app on your home screen, despite the fact that Tim Cook tried to stop it. The globalists think you're lazy, but by taking a little bit of action, you can override them, have the app, and then tell others about it so they can get the app. So it's up to you whether you want to defy big tech and click the share buttons below on your email, on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, however you want. Be sure and share band.video. It was more than 25 years ago that I was in college, and I still remember being at Barton Springs, this big natural limestone pool in Austin, Texas that feeds into the Colorado River, and seeing these professional swimmer types out there who were in really good shape. And I remember this old man who looked like an Olympic athlete or something with a gallon jug of water, but it was light brown. And I said, "What is that?" And he said, "It's iodine." And I said, "Well, what's it do?" And he said, "Well, you see how good a shape I'm in." He said, "I learned about this a long time ago, and it's the trace element that counters the fluoride that's killing everybody. And, have you seen how the planes are flying over? They're spraying something in the atmosphere." And I was kind of awake then, but I hadn't heard of chemtrails yet. And I'd heard something about the debate about fluoride, but I knew that Stanley Kubrick had made fun of people back in Dr. Strangelove, back in the early 1960s in that movie. So I wasn't exactly sure what the guy was getting at. But then all these years later, like 8 years ago, Dr. Group's here. And he's like, "Listen," he was a guest. This is about 9 years ago now. And he goes, "You need to take atomic iodine." He goes, "I'm developing it. I'm going to put some out. It'll make you healthy. It'll make your skin healthier. It's the good halogen versus the fluoride." Of course, I knew all about fluoride causing brain damage, lowering IQ, hurting fertility, causing bone cancer, just all of it. And I'm like, "Okay." He said, "But when you take it, I'm going to warn you, about 2 weeks in, most people detox and a lot of stuff comes out of your skin and you're going to really feel bad for a week or so. But then after that, you're going to feel a lot better and lose a lot of weight." Bam. Just like clockwork. About 2 weeks in, I'm taking a dropper full of water every day, and I just suddenly feel lethargic. I feel like crap. I break out. I've got all this oil coming out of my scalp. Hadn't had zits on me since I was in high school. I'm like, what is going on? And a bunch of other things happened. I was sleeping with that in the bathroom. And that went on about 4 or 5 days. And I woke up one day and felt way lighter, felt great. It's like when you're going up a hill, carrying your kid on your shoulders, and you finally get to the top of the hill and you take them off your shoulders and you feel a lot lighter, felt like you could fly. It was kind of like that. And then a lot of weight came off of me and it did amazing things. And then every time I forget to take the good, clean iodine, I start feeling like crap again until I remember to take it. So for everything in our lives, it's so special. Well, X2 is the pure deep earth crystal iodine. And people love it, and we sell it, and it's on the site, and it's our best seller. I was talking to some medical doctors and others, and they said, "Alex, there's a small percentage of people that can't absorb atomic iodine and the pure deep earth crystal type. You should have triiodine with 2 other types with it that help you absorb the deep earth crystal iodine, but a little bit of the other 2 types." And so we have all 3 types in Survival Shield X3, and a lot of people like X3 better than X2. It's all your physiology. It's all your body. This is weaker. And that's just the formula, because when you do it with the other two types, it reportedly supercharges the pure iodine, and so you don't want it to be stronger. It's not about a saving money thing. It's not even a cost issue. It's that this is a different formula for different people. And so it's up to you to try it. And by the way, iodine's big. I mean, the big mojo. This isn't a game. So be careful with it. Consult your physicians. Check into it, because you already have deficiencies and stuff, and then this comes into your life. You're playing with lightning in a bottle here. It's 70% off for the 2-ounce bottle, 60% off for the 1-ounce bottle right now at InfoWarsLife.com. X3.